Hey, what's up, y'all? I just got in this new Giant Fathom 2 29er in trekking green. Originally, I had the blue slash black one, but I ended up finding this trekking green color at my local bike store. I'm very happy with it. This is the original color I wanted. And today I'm just gonna go over some quick little upgrades I did and just a quick overview of the bike and why I went with the 2 over the 1. One of the first things I want to talk about is the Shimano Dior crankset and derailleur. It's a 12-speed, I think 32. I personally really like it. It is cheaper than the SRAM NX Eagle that the Fathom 1 comes with, but I think the Dior is better, so I was really happy that this came on the 2. One of the things I don't really like about the bike is the Tetro brakes. The Fathom 1 does come with better brakes, but in my opinion, it's not much better than the Tetros. So my plan was to basically wear out these Tetro brakes, and then I will be upgrading my brakes. I really like how the hub sounds on the bike. I really like that the tires come with Maxxis aggressors in the back. I feel like this is a pretty good rolling tire. It'll basically do the job. It's very trail capable. The front comes with Minion DHF. I think that's a pretty good tire as well. It is better in, I want to say, loamy conditions from what I've heard, but I think for the most part I still enjoy it. The Giant comes with their own Giant dropper post. I haven't had much use with it or have any issues with it. So far it's been pretty reliable, pretty good, so I think it was not bad. One of the things I really liked is the seat. Giant, I guess, made their own seat. They're calling it the Romero. This is actually really comfortable for a stock seat. I think this might be one of the most comfortable stock seats I've ever ridden on. So I'm actually going to keep this on the bike for now, just because there's really no point in upgrading it. So I think the frame is pretty good quality. They did upgrade the geometry of the 2021 compared to the 2020. I think the head tube angle is a little more slack, something about that. Supposedly it's better for overall trail riding, but I don't really know the difference, to be honest with you. The colorway, I love the colorway. It looks really nice and matte. It looks way better in person than it probably looks on camera. The only issue is that I noticed that some spots, it's not as matte. It's a little shiny, but overall pretty good. I really like the build quality. Something else I wanted to bring up is the water bottle bolts, I guess. On the size medium and above, there are 3 points of mounting. We have in the under right here, on top, and there's one right here. I got a size small, so the size small actually doesn't have a mounting point right here, so it's only on top and on bottom, which I'm totally fine with. I usually just run with one water bottle anyways. Next up is the fork. It is the Giant Crest 34 RL, I believe. It's 130 millimeters of travel, which is pretty well equipped for this bike. This bike is listed as a trail bike opposed to like a cross-country bike. So far the fork has been really responsive. I really enjoy it. It handles pretty smooth. One of my main concerns and main gripes though is that the lockout lever and the air suspension like cover is very cheap feeling plastic. I wish it was basically better material. Makes the fork feel a little cheap in my opinion. Also the rebound adjustment is plastic as well. It is red, so it looks a little cool, but definitely feels cheap compared to everything else on the fork. So the cockpit, I think it's a pretty good setup. It is a 50 millimeter stem, which is what I usually ride anyways, so that really worked out for me. The dropper lever feels pretty good. Feels nice in the hand. One of the cool things about the Shimano Dior is that when you are shifting, you can actually shift up using your thumb like this, or pressing with your finger like that. I know a lot of, I guess this is like a little segment or a little intro to other types of shifters, because typically I'm used to thumb only, but I know some lower end bikes do have their pointer finger to shift as well. So I think that's really cool that Shimano lets you choose either way you want to shift up. So I'm going to just talk about some upgrades that I added to the bike once I got it. I put a bottle cage, of course, because everyone gets thirsty. I put the P&W loam levers, or I'm sorry, loam grips on here. I chose tan because it pops really well with the trekking green color. The stock grips did not have locking grips. You kind of just slip it on, slip it off. I didn't like that, so I definitely needed something with locking. I put a mud guard on because it is the rainy seasons now. This one's actually from IFHT, so mahalo. My next thing is I'm definitely going to upgrade those brakes once these Tetros wear out. They don't really inspire confidence when I go down the trail, so I definitely want something with a little bit more stopping power. What else? I think I want to look into some way to change out these plastic components on this fork. I'm not sure if that's possible, but I definitely want to look into that. And so overall, I think it's a great bike. I think it's really trail ready. I went with the 2 over the 1 because basically the price difference, I think it was like a $300 gap. And so for $1,300, I think this is a great bike. I think it's really good. And I think that difference I saved between the 1 and the 2, I like the Dior more. So then that was like a plus. And then also I'm going to be upgrading the brakes. And the brakes I want to get, I'm hoping that they're better than the brakes that come on the Fathom 1. So I think that is my main reasons for going over the 2 over the 1. But everyone has their own preference. Overall, I think it's a great bike. I would definitely recommend it if you could find it. I think Giant did a really good job with their 2021 model.